Obviously, Saturday we had a couple thousand people or more, and then people filtered in, people filtered out. So over total, I think the amount of people that were here were in like the 5,000s, because a lot of people left, more people came, and then numbers started to peter out as the night went on, and then we had the 5 p.m. march to Margaret T. Hens. More people left during the march.
And how did that work, though? Was that
what?
Did you accomplish anything in that march?
Well, we decided as a consensus at noon on Saturday that we were going to occupy Margaret T. Hens Park, because there were public bathrooms that we could use. There was the library that had free Wi-Fi. All of these things. It was large space. So we marched there at 5 p.m. Went there, had a lot of discussion, a lot of back and forth, a lot of people disagreeing. We were learning that day. We're always learning. But so then numbers dwindled down from a couple hundred, down to like maybe 100. And then obviously 10:30, cops said we had to leave. We kept talking about it. Yeah, they started, coming and saying, "Hey guys, the park is closed."
You took a consensus?
Well, yeah. I mean, we were trying to get a consensus on whether to stay in the park or whether to leave. So and then everything happened, and we found out that the vegan cafe Conspire is letting us sleep there, and they're still willing. Their private property is still open for anybody to go there, sleeping there. And they're on like 5th Street and Roosevelt So yeah, and long story short, around 1 o'clock, about 100 plus cops started moving in a full line, full riot gear, and moving in on a group of about 4 to 5 of us just sitting peacefully in a circle. They started the arrests about 1 in the morning, zip tie, everything, that whole story. I got arrested with everybody, and also I'm a minor, so they had to release me, so I didn't have to spend the night in jail.
Thank goodness.
Which is good, yeah. So then I heard that people left Margaret T. Hens, came here, slept on the sidewalk, and slept in the plaza. People went to Conspire, and then Sunday numbers weren't as big. We had maybe 100, 200 people.
But you got the core people that are staying.
We had the core people, and then throughout Sunday, the people who got arrested were released. They were given their charges, court date. Court date's this Wednesday, the 26th of October, so 10/26. Everybody started coming back. Core groups started getting back together. So Sunday was a little bit of a slow day, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this entire week, during the actual day. So, let's say from about 11:30 midnight at night the previous day until about 6 o'clock the current day, we range between 15 to 30 people, and that includes the people who stay here overnight, and then the people who come bright and early in the morning, and people who don't have jobs. And then towards 6, 7, 8, all the people get off work, all the people get out of school, they come in. So every day's been pretty much the same. We've been making steps on improving General Assemblies, and we've had a couple.
And you got an okay to stay here in this area right now.
And actually,
well, that's great.
2 days ago, we had a great development. The city said that they got the plaza rezoned, because it used to be zoned as a park. Now it's zoned as a thoroughfare, which means public property, allowed to be here 24/7. We're just not allowed to lay down, and we're not allowed to sleep. And the first couple nights that they were letting us stay here, they, didn't really bother with us if we fell asleep. But they were adamantly against sleeping bags and any camping gear. So they were saying, you could just lay down on like the walls or whatever, the planters, and sleep, not on the ground, not with sleeping bags. And then, they gave us an inch. We took a mile. People started bringing sleeping bags, sleeping pads, pillows, blankets. So they had to, crack down. So now there's absolutely no sleeping in the park. Cop will come over kick you awake, one warning, and then you get a citation, arrested, basically. But I mean, so a guy brought.
So where are people actually supposed to go and sleep? You know,
we're not.
Or not
I mean,
at
so
all. There's
like,
no place to sleep.
Yeah, besides Conspire, and I mean, some people leave, go to Conspire, come back in the morning. Also, so today, this is just today, recent development. One of the guys, his friend owns 2 Winnebagos, and he's willing to bring them here, and let us sleep in shifts, and like make a list of people who need to sleep, and go in, sleep for a couple hours, come right back out. The next person goes in because I mean, it's his property. They can't tell us not to sleep there. So I mean, biggest updates so far is we can stay in the park 24/7. There's no sleeping, no camping. We've been getting consistent food donations and water donations throughout the week.
Where the donations can be made?
Monetary donations can be either made on the website or at the food and water station or at the information center. Also another good update that we have is we've been forming some committees. So we have like media committee, sanitation committee, the medical committee, the food committee, all of those. So right there, that's the media committee and the media booth. And then right behind you is the information welcome news. We have news about we have flyers, we have committee lists, we have stuff that needs to be done, and then over to your left we have the medical station, and so we've got a little canopy set up there, and then the food and water is in the same place that it was on Saturday and Friday and stuff, and then we also have like a cool down area, literature area that's under a red gazebo behind you. And so I mean, we've been making progress with more organization. We've had facilitator trainings, like I said. We just had a Kingian nonviolence teach-in, and that's based off the work of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Speaking about the nonviolence, we noticed the gentleman with the weapons that had come that one time and were. Are they still here?
Nope. No one's shown up with a weapon. We haven't had one single act of violence this entire occupation so far, which is fantastic.
Yeah, because that's kind of contrary to the movement at the moment. You know what I mean?
And I mean, obviously, we've had some heated discussions. The very loosely termed Muslims, black supremacists, came by again today. They were here last Saturday, being very aggressive, cursing the plague on us, and all this saying all white people are going to burn in hell. And so I mean,
okay, we'll let that go by.
Yeah, I mean, free speech, obviously we promote that. I mean, heated discussions are normal, but we haven't had any acts of physical violence, nothing like that.
Have you had any more union support?
Not that I know of, but
I know the CWA is supporting you guys from what I've been reading.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we do have some union people, but a big part of that is people are worried that by getting union support, which I believe we need, because I mean they are some of the most harshly affected.
Well, you need people support. That's what you need.
Yeah. So people are a little opposed to labor union support just because we're worried that they might try and co-opt our movement, try and lead it astray of what it actually is about. But I mean, we're all in this together.
Yes.
So.
And we need to realize that.
And right now, also another teach-in just ended. It was about the laws concerning camping and sleeping here, and because the city and the fact that, and also about how it's unconstitutional, and so we just had a lady who's devoting her time to try and let homeless people sleep here, and obviously by letting people sleep here, both us and the homeless can occupy this park. And I mean, if you think about it, the homeless are probably the most affected by our current system because they can't find jobs, they can't find food, they can't find money. So I mean, we have had great.
Well, that's
great,
what we're here for,
yeah.
to make it an environment where people can go back to work and support families.
Yep. And
not just go back to work and starve.
Yeah, yeah. So we've had several homeless people have been very involved with us. They've been helping us clean up. They've been helping us distribute food. They've been helping us, organize. I mean, of course, there are some homeless people that just come by, grab some food, grab some water, and then they leave. They do that every other day. But I mean, we're starting, to encourage them.
What was your name?
Jack.
Jack. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And all the food and water we have, completely free. It's all donated, all paid for by the people who love and support this movement. So I mean, the food is for everyone. Now, actually, we're trying to keep it as sanitary as possible with one person, gloves on. You say, hey, we've got bananas, apples, snacks and stuff, and then you get them a plate and then put it on the plate and give it to them, just so we keep things sanitary. We don't want somebody with a cold or something to go up and cough all over the food looking for what they want, and then sickness goes all around the park.
We don't want that. Are you live on the internet? I notice you have your thing here. Are you live or not?
Yeah, I believe so. We have a live stream going. I think, I'm not sure. We have a few webcams set up that are doing live stream, and we're on several different websites. And I believe, if you just look up Occupy Phoenix on either one, you'll find them. I believe one of them is JTV, and then also Ustream. And we sometimes switch from
because we want people to be able to find you.
Yeah.
And to know where you're at.
Yeah, definitely. And we've been trying to come up with ways that our cyber community that is involved on the live stream and the Facebook, we're trying to include them in our general assemblies. So a good example of this is that the general assembly that we had around noon, 12:30, here, the Cyber 99, as we call them, they wrote a whole proposal, that they wanted us to read at the next General Assembly, and I mean, it worked pretty well. So, I mean, people have been keeping it lighthearted.
Are we getting people together also for maybe doing petitioning of the government in some way?
I also believe that there are some online petitions that are going around, and also there's another petition by, I think, maybe the American Democratic Association, something like that. I don't want to say that's them, but they are, petitioning right now, and they're trying to get a petition with enough signatures to get the plaza rezoned as, I believe they called it a public square, which means this is 100% public. We can sleep here, we can camp here. I don't know how that's going. Obviously, they need a certain number of signatures for it to even go to anywhere.
Right.
And then, it's inevitably up to the decision of the city manager.
Well, that's a good idea if we can get people out there to canvass.
Yeah.
If we can get a point where we have some petitions, maybe online they can get copies, and that they can go around in their neighborhoods. If they don't want to come down, they can get these petitions signed, and they could bring them down here.
Yep.
So,
and I mean,
we need to get some out there for them.
Yeah, we just actually, another big point is that today we organized a large march. We marched about 2.25 miles, which is a really long march. People were tired, but I mean, we got a lot of attention. Almost every single pedestrian that we passed popped out their phone as soon as they saw us and took videos and pictures. So I mean, that's going to be all over the internet tonight. At least we hope so. So,
when's your next big event for people to come down en masse? Do you have a particular mass event coming?
Not right now. But I mean, every day we're trying to have a scheduled General Assembly at the same time every day, which is about 7 p.m. 7 p.m. every day. We're trying to have, a large General Assembly.
Yeah, so, well, we need some point of interest assemblies where people who probably have to work or have to do other things can focus on, and they can come down en masse.
Yeah.
And that's what we need, those announcements, so people can make sure they come down en masse, because not everybody can come down every day and stuff like that.
Obviously, and we understand that. And I mean, we just encourage you guys to be here as much as you can, and you guys are. So, but I mean, yeah, we're still trying to get everything organized. We're making baby steps. You know, we're really trying to make some progress here.
You look like you're doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you.